I have a few things to think about when doing character design. This isn't necessarily advice, this is just things that I like to think about whenever I'm doing them. So, color, shapes, expressions, and poses are kind of my thoughts right now. For color, clothing color is kind of an important thing. Bright colors can explore the personality, versus very muted colors can show a more serious vibe. Lots of accessories can show a character who wants to put their whole personality out there for everyone to see, while a character with very little decorations can be more reserved, more private. They don't want everyone to know what they are, who they are, why they are, you know? Colors of their hair, their skin, their eyes, whether or not these colors are muted or if they're very saturated, and what that says about the character. For example, my character Tyler, he has very bright, kind of warm colors to his skin, hair, eyes, etc. It's brown hair, but it is like a bright, kind of warmish brown. And his eyes are the same way. They're warm. They're warm browns. um, versus Eli has a very monochrome, red-leaning colors kind of scheme. It's a little muted in some aspects. When he's in Hell, specifically in the artificial hills, which are a very red environment, he matches the colors so much, he actually fades into it, sort of. He's very matchy-matchy with it. But once he's in Earth, he pops out a lot. Colors can also work with magic colors, like red fire versus blue bubbles versus yellow magic, and what you've decided each color means in your story. Nothing has to really fit into color theory, because color theory is fake and you can make up whatever you want. But there are certain rules for colors that can make it easier for you if you want to apply those rules instead. Shapes, shape language. The classic way to do this is that circles are for bubbly, happier, more naive characters. Triangles are for more unpredictable, possibly sly and sneaky characters. They kind of lean into villain territory. And square is for more grounded, protective characters. I've considered having characters' curly hair look more jagged if they're going through a personality change. Hair getting softer based on like certain dialogues. Very subtle changes, like the hair, the curls of the hair maybe looking a little blockier, and little swish at the end of the curl, maybe looking a little sharper than usual and not as soft and curly. But shapes are fun, and looking into shape theory can kind of help with like determining how to design a character if you want to show what type of personality they have, or not show if you are hiding it. For example, Cozy Glow from My Little Pony. She is so designed to be welcoming, comforting, very soft. She's a little baby pony. She's very much supposed to give the air of trust me, you know? But it turns out she's a villain. So that is an example of using shape language to deceive the audience. Expressions are my favorite, okay? How does the character express their emotions? Are they more reserved? Are they more open? Do they express emotions in a different way than other characters would? Do they have magic that shows up when they're feeling more intense emotions? These are kind of questions to think about, and that might help with how your character would express emotions differently than some other characters. Poses, that kind of goes into personality again. More open poses versus more reserved, closed-off poses. A person with their arms crossed is more likely to be closed off than a character with their arms literally open. A hunched pose with shoulders tense versus soft shoulders and an outstretched pose. How can you show off their personality through their poses? What do you want to show off with these poses? I think that's interesting too. I think it's important, and I think it's kind of cool when people go about this in their character sheets. But that's kind of my little advice on character design stuff. I'm not an expert in character design. I never said I was. This is just me yapping and talking about what I think about. So yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, see you guys later. Bye.